Hey everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11. I'm Bill. We're logged into PilotEdge for our online air traffic control, and this is the best looking tricycle gear, single engine piston powered high wing airplane on planet Earth. This is the, not Cardinal, but the Cessna 177 Cardinal. This is the Cardinal version. It's the fixed gear one. Which I don't think I've flown the fixed gear version of this. You can make it the retract one pretty easily, and watching those that gear come back is so entertaining that I haven't flown the fixed gear one, so we're going to try that. Where are we headed? So this past weekend, Julia and I we didn't want to sit around the house, but we also didn't want to be necessarily out in public. And granted, this past weekend, it probably wasn't as crazy as it is right now. I don't think we wouldn't replicate what we did on Saturday right now, given the virus. But we went out to Hangar 24, which is out in Redlands Airport. It's across the street from the actual airport, but you can see the runway and everything. It's very cool. So we drove out there, and we just decided, because the traffic was so light, like, let's go drive places that we would normally not drive to. So we did. We've done this a handful of times. It's really fun. Obviously, especially living in Southern California, filming locations of our favorite movies and TV shows. So we visited a couple of sets. Actually ran into somebody who I'm a fan of, which was cool. But within that, we went to Redlands. Hadn't been there yet, and then went to Burbank to check out the Millionaire FBO, which was cool to see in person. I've been to Burbank before, only commercially, and it was nice to go check it out after having flown there in the sim pretty recently. So we drove out to Redlands, had some lunch next to the airport, and watched some planes fly pattern at Redlands, which is really fun, even if you don't fly there, to check out an airport in real life and then go look at it in the sim. So we've been to Redlands on the stream many times, but I haven't been there in person. So I'm interested to see what it's like having been there already in real life. So the Lake Havasu one is at the airport, and that one I've heard is awesome, and that is definitely on the very short list. They have really good beer. I like their beer. I've had it before, store-bought, but they obviously have more varieties in the actual brewery. So that was cool. And I think the Redlands one, I think that's their main brewery. So it was cool. All right. We're not going to say much about this plane. We've already talked about it plenty before. Let's see. Is this going to be... Okay, so there's both. It's a single-engine piston high-wing Cessna, so just like the 182 that we just flew, everything is going to be right where you expect it to be and work as it's intended to work. Yeah, so Below Minimums thinks that this is a very ugly airplane. He's, of course, wrong. It's a very, very pretty airplane. For a high-wing plane, I am in the low-wing mafia, so with all things being equal, I will prefer a low-wing plane over a high-wing, but as far as high-wings go, this is very pretty, and you've got tons of visibility because the cabin is a lot further forward from the wing than a 172. I have compared this to a Porsche 928. It did a lot of things better than a 911. It just wasn't a 911, so it didn't catch on. Yeah, it's a cool plane. Once we get this thing started, there's a few things about it that I think are very cool, because it's an example of a company trying to do things differently and improving a product, and it didn't work out.
Oh, go away.
It didn't work out. I think all single engine Cessnas are ugly. Like I said, I think this is a pretty plane in general. I honestly do, but I will take a low wing over this any day, as this is the best looking high wing plane. Single engine piston tricycle gear high wing plane. And you need all of those caveats in there as well, because there are some tail draggers and there are some turbine and there's some twin engine high wings. Okay, let's get 210 looks good. I will say that the 210 does look good. This, I think, looks better. There are some angles of the 210 that it looks a little bit, a little gangly. This is a much sleeker looking thing. Okay. Avionics. So, does that not turn on? Okay. Transponder. That's on. That looks good. .210 has some bird legs. What is the airspeed of an unladen Cardinal? Is that like is that a riddle? Or are you actually asking? Because I have absolutely no idea. Oh. I don't know. I don't know that one. Apparently I should, though. Goldsy, the PC-12 is one of the coolest planes. Yeah, I seriously have no idea. That's barely a Cessna. Stop streaming and go watch Monty Python right now. I don't even know where to start with that. I apologize profusely. It is sacrilege. I should probably have that in. I know it is sacrilege. I have only seen parts of it. I have not watched all the way through any of those movies. And I really should, because they're actually, I think, all on Netflix, aren't they? They're on Netflix or something else, right? How about this? I promise that tonight I will watch a Monty Python movie all the way through tonight when this is over.
005 Zulu. Wind
okay, Holy Grail, it's done.
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,700.
What's up, ho?
Temperature 16.
Happy Tuesday.
2.3. Altimeter 2991. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read and call runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. John Wayne Airport, ATC information Sierra. 0053 Zulu. Wind 220 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,700.
Let's get clearance. Do we have, is it Goldsy right now? We're gonna find out really quick. So we're gonna be 080. 080. Why is it so quiet? Hello? John Wayne Clearance, good evening. Cardinal 204 Lima Echo with information Sierra. We'd like flight following to Redlands at 5,500.
For 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Clearance on departure, flight heading 080. Maintain VFR at or below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 4172.
4172. On departure, heading 080, at or below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, 4172, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
4 Lima Echo, read back correct.
Cool, okay. So there's 080s in there. Let's get 3,000 feet. And we're going to squawk 4172. Looks good. And we're going to go up to 5,500. 5,500, there's that. Vatson Flyer, hey. Okay. Yeah, Ryan, like you were saying, this plane is growing on you, and if you like, even on Wikipedia, if you look up some of the information on it and start to
Hey, BUR. Santa Maria Tower, Sky 552, complete pattern work.
Safer Skies 93. Thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome aboard. That is awesome. But if you start looking at all of the little things that they did to improve the 172,
we'll take it down departure.
I think it is one of the reasons why I like the plane so much. Like if you look at this door, for one, look at how huge that freaking door is.
Burbank ground 123 Mike Sierra.
It makes it so you can get passengers in and out when the seat is up pretty easily. It's so big.
November 123 Mike Sierra.
You also are sitting down into it versus a 172 where you're kind of climbing up into it. So there's some
runway 15
ergonomic improvements to this because it sits a little bit differently than the 172. So that's super cool. That's something that they tried to do a little bit differently. The other thing is, and this was part of why it really didn't catch on, they went to a stabilator, which, I mean, you could probably have a PhD in aerodynamics and still not fully understand the benefits between this and an elevator. But, you know, it's something that Piper uses. I would be lying if I said I noticed a difference at all, but they try to do something different. I hate Cessna. Yeah, the windshield is really swept, and they did. I don't remember what the number was, but the coefficient of drag on this plane versus a 172 is pretty crazy. This one doesn't have wheel pants actually, which I think I'm fine with. We don't need wheel pants. But so the coefficient of drag on this, they lowered it a lot by swooping back that windscreen. There's no strut. It's basically the same wing as the 210. And this little cutout here, which I think, and if Brad is watching or sees us at any point, he'll probably correct me on this, but I think this little notch in the glare shield was from the earlier Cardinals, and the later ones they actually went to a more traditional, like 172 style all the way across.
Phillies Tower, Technum 5 Tango off within a 2-mile final for 29.
Glare shield, but this gives you a little bit more visibility.
Runway 29, clear to land.
You know, to your 2 o'clock. So, and the wing is kind of behind you, which is also nice. Also an active duty Army air traffic controller. Safer Skies, dude. That's awesome, dude. Currently flying on PilotEdge almost to Palm Springs.
Los Angeles ground, Southwest 2587.
That's
looking for a taxi with November.
2587.
What else? There were a couple
ground.
other things that were
Speed advisor, it looks like you
notable on
maybe
this
pulled out
that
a little
I
bit
don't
too far on
recall
my
off the top of my head,
ASDX display. You're showing you're past the non-movement area. Runway 24 left, taxi via Delta 7
innovative
Echo.
compared to some of their other.
All right, 24 left.
I mean, the
Delta
172 has been
7
unchanged
Echo.
for God
My
knows how
apologies
long.
on that. I think I did.
Friggin'
Sorry about
crazy.
that.
No worries.
God. The sky disaster. Oh my God.
Burbank, clearance Mooney 153 Mike Sierra, and I also apologize, multitude of issues on my end. Do I need to get clearance from you again, or how do we do that?
For 3 Mike Sierra, it's still valid. You have the squawk code.
4561, and I should be squawking mode C.
Okay, let's go 20 point. Okay, so
We're three
that's
Mike Sierra,
enough on the
correct.
Cardinal. The real reason why I decided to hop into this plane in particular is because of, hang on, you might know why. Who the hell is it? Here we go. I loaded up in the Bonanza, and this is what I got.
Burbank Tower, 6325.
These two jackasses, with their faces smashed up against the glacier.
Yes.
No, Maria thinks that this plane is fantastic.
Burbank Tower, 6325, Julius on the ILS 8 approach.
Maria agrees with whatever I
You
say.
can make that your first call. You don't need a cold call. Runway 8, you're clear to land.
Let's get over to.
Runway, clear to land, 25 Juliet.
Johnny Ground, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, information Sierra to ACI West, taxi, tower, run-up.
204 Lima Echo, taxi to the run-up via Bravo.
Tower run-up via Bravo, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
Good afternoon, Los Angeles Tower, Southwest.
I've been
1587,
working
hold short,
on
24 left with November.
my designated. Oh, hang on, clear to left, clear to the
Southwest
right.
2587 LA Tower, runway 24 left, clear
So
for takeoff,
my
1240.
my examiner
270, add 10.
gave me a pretty good tip
Clear for
that
takeoff.
when he
Southwest
told me
2580.
initially, I kind of thought, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? That sounds, that sucks.
with clear runway 29, like the taxi to ACI.
But the more I thought about it, the more sense it made. And
5 Tango Alpha, taxi to parking
it
via
kind
Alpha.
of depends on what your registration
via Alpha. Have a good
is
day,
on your
5 Tango
plane.
Alpha.
Number 5 Tango Alpha, I don't remember. Did you say
Like for the
this was the CAT
172 that I fly, the
Yeah, this is the
registration
CAT
is
rating.
53176. It's all numbers. And
Gotcha.
there was a radio call that I made to approach that the approach controller seemed to be kind of confused at because he was giving me climb instructions, and I read back the instructions and read it back with my registration number, but just the registration number. So what the examiner suggested when we were
November
debriefing the flight
153, Mike Sierra,
is to,
Burbank ground, runway 15, taxi
especially
via
when you
Bravo.
have
15 via Bravo, Mooney
a
153
strictly
Mike Sierra.
numeric registration, is to include the plane type with that callback, no matter how you shorten it. So instead of saying 53176, say Skyhawk 53176. If you're shortening it, if ATC shortens it to 176, still say Skyhawk, but say Skyhawk 176. And you're supposed to anyway. You're supposed to, but when you're shortening things, it's really easy to just say, all right, climb 4,500 53176, or Roger that 176. So just to be conscious of the fact that if you're especially reading off numeric values like altitudes, climb 5,500 53176. Like that's a lot of numbers. 123 Mike Sierra and 153 Mike Sierra on the same frequency.
Clear to the Torrance Airport by the Adam 3 departure. Adam, Victor 394, and then as filed, climbing acidics, I maintain 4,000.
Raylio,
5,000 and
happy
10
Tuesday.
minutes. Departure frequency 134.2.
Can you tell the tower peeps to not talk so
Squawk
loud? I can't hear you.
4534.
Maria.
Okay, 164 Yankee is cleared to Torrance.
So now that
Via
my
Adam 3,
the
Adam
captain has
Victor
turned on the
394,
ship
then I'll
backup
file.
sign.
Item maintain
So please,
4,000, expect
be seated.
5,010 minutes. 134.2
Thank you,
and squawking
Raylio.
4534.
Now that my
64 Yankee, read
Seattle
back.
area mother is in quarantine and can't do anything, she's gonna bug the crap out of us.
Southwest 2587, contact departure.
It's okay,
Over to
Maria. You
departure,
can always
Southwest
bug
2587.
us. Looks good. Oh, let me get the. Let's see how these props.
Tower, Papa 26 Delta Charlie on the visual approach, 31 left.
For 26 Delta Charlie, Palm Springs Tower, runway
Sounds
31
better
left.
than the
Clear
Bonanza.
to land, wind 320 at 12, gust 19er.
Runway 31 left, clear to land, thanks for the wind, 26 Delta Charlie.
Looks good. Looks good. Whoa. Okay, we look good. Johnny Ground, Cardinal 204, Lima Echo, continue. We'd like to depart from 20 left.
For 204 Lima Echo, runway 20 left, taxi via Bravo Kilo, hold short of runway 20 right.
20 left via Bravo Kilo, holding short 20 right, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. How many times am I going to say Skyhawk instead of
Burbank Tower 6325
Cardinal?
Juliet is
It's a
also
Cardinal.
staged
Cardinal,
at
Cardinal.
Alpha.
You're 26 Delta Charlie. All right.
November
We'll-
632 Juliet, Burbank,
we'll listen
Ground
for
Rodeo
ya.
Park, Burbank Tower Rodeo Park.
And this is fixed gear, so that's good. We got the gear down and welded.
Just looking for transient RV.
Right, there's a lot of those that doesn't really give me any information. At Delta, cross runway 15, taxi to parking via Delta or Bravo.
Okay.
At Delta, across runway 15, and over to Delta and Bravo.
This is VATSIM Flyer Cam, formerly known as Goldsy Cam. Look at that nice stabilator. Oh yeah, look at that thing. You could probably
And
taxi.
Tower, did you want me to
We
stay
could taxi a little bit
with
faster than
you
that.
or switch to ground?
You can remain this frequency.
Remain this frequency, keep that good.
It's pretty interesting that there's an attitude indicator on the right side too. That's kind of funny.
San Luis Ground, Techno November 535 Tango Alpha. Information uniform transient, like to request
Arnold,
via pattern work.
REI is Redlands.
November 535 Tango Alpha, San Luis Ground, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha. I'm assuming this is the Cat 3.
Yes, sir. 29 Alpha, 5 Tango Alpha. Roger.
Okay.
Approaching runway 20 right.
I'm in the dark room with my
Good
son.
evening, Las Vegas clearance, Southwest 4176 with Tango, looking for IFR to LAX.
Southwest 4176, Las Vegas clearance code to the Las Vegas McCarran Air, the Los Angeles International Airport. Boat 8 departure, Ricky transition, as filed. Climb via SID, squawk 5523.
Okay, cleared to Los Angeles International Airport via the boat.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Minims. We
filed. Climb via the SID.
we might end up there
5523,
tonight,
Southwest
but
4176.
there will be plenty of opportunities for us to check out
Readback correct.
French Valley. John Wayne Tower, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, holding short 20 right at Kilo.
For 204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower at Kilo, cross runway 20 right, runway 20 left at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
At Kilo, crossing 20 right, clear for takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. That was almost number 2. Okay, lights are on. Clear to the left, clear to the right.
Approaching runway 20
You gotta look
right.
both ways
Burbank
before
Tower,
you
Mooney
cross,
15, 3
Maria.
Mike Sierra, holding short of runway
Enter
15.
runway 20 right. 5,300 feet
Yeah, I
remaining.
know. I know.
Number 153, Mike Sierra, Burbank
But
Tower,
whatever
runway 15,
happens,
cleared for takeoff.
We'll make the best of it.
153 Mike Sierra.
A global pandemic takes priority over a fly-in. Okay, mixtures in, props are full forward, lights are on, Are we on altitude reporting mode?
Tower, was that a
No,
pass
okay.
for India 3 for 6325
So
Juliet?
the lights, the camera, and the action have all been
Approaching runway 20 left.
formed. Great, thank you for flight.
Or 25 Juliet pass.
Is that really
Entered
loud
runway
for you guys
20
too,
left.
when she says that?
2,500 feet remaining.
Okay. You have the plane book just in case. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, centerline, full power.
All spring fired.
Airspeed is
Papa
alive.
26 Delta Charlie, clear the runway at Golf for quick taxi ahead.
Rotation.
Hangers.
Rear 6 Delta Charlie, you can taxi either via Golf or Whiskey to parking. This frequency, good night.
Taxi over hangers via Golf, and thanks for all your
Poor
help.
nose
18
gear.
Delta Charlie. No problem.
Tower 123 Mike Sierra at Alpha, short of runway 15.
November 123 Mike Sierra, Burbank Tower, runway 15, line up and wait.
Okay, peak there and turn.
For 204 Lima Echo, radar contact departure.
Departure 204 Lima Echo. See ya.
Yep.
SoCal departure Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, climbing through 900, restricted 3000.
Or 204 Lima Echo, SoCal approach. Good evening, John Wayne, altimeter 2991.
2991, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, thanks.
American 1331, connect LA Tower 120.905.
PilotEdge, when they split frequencies, is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. Alright, we're restricted to 3000.
1718 Golf, you left the Bravo airspace, you can resume on navigation.
080 heading. Once we get cleared, we're going to go straight out to Irvine Lake.
15 Max here, SoCal
It's pretty
departure,
easy,
contact,
pretty easy
climb
navigating out
13,000.
to Redlands. We have lots of visual waypoints that we can hit. Let's put this in here. This is where that second attitude indicator actually is helping out.
REI. 15 Max here, turn right heading 350.
Where's an eye? There we go. Give me an eye. Okay. Whoops. See the shadows start to move. Holy crap. Wasn't even close. Verdi, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Doing fantastic. I hope you're doing well as well. And that goes for everybody that's just joining us. This is definitely a weird, unprecedented time in, I mean, I wouldn't say global history, because we've definitely had worse global pandemics, epidemics, all kinds of crazy stuff. But in the modern world, this is once in a lifetime. And I hope everybody is okay, health-wise. Financially, this is definitely...
altitude restriction, resume on navigation.
Resuming ONAV and altitudes, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
153 Mike here, clear direct flap, join the departure.
So yeah, for everybody that's impacted in any way because of this, you know, this is crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I hope that everybody is first and foremost safe and healthy, and then, you know, we'll see what happens from there. That's the number one thing. It really makes you appreciate how fragile society can be, and you know, you just never know. You never know what can happen.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Greg, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome. I'll say it, Greg Holbanger. I like that. This is a Cardinal 177, and the 182 to me, I think, is one of their best planes in terms of bugs and visuals and sounds and everything.
204 Lima Echo. VFR traffic, I have two of them, 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, both at 4,500. Types unknown.
We'll be looking for that traffic. Do you have a direction of flight?
One's eastbound, one's westbound.
Okay, we've got the westbound traffic in sight, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
The direction of flight is yes.
Verity,
the
thank
one
you.
Eastbound is no factor now.
Roger that. It's Cardinal 4 Lima Echo. Yeah, I like this. I think this is one of their better, like visually. The audio isn't great, but
turn right heading 350.
the visuals I think are pretty good. I do like the animation on the retract version, which this is not. This is a wheel pantsless.
Mike Sierra heading
fixed
350 up to 13,000.
But the retract one is pretty fun. Goldsy is unbelievable. He was the first controller I ever had on PilotEdge, and if it wasn't for Goldsy being on the first controller I had on PilotEdge, I have no idea what would have happened, honestly. It may not have been pretty.
55 Juliet, I believe, calling there, coming in pretty static. You try 120.55. That's what you're on there now. I don't know why it's coming in static there, but go ahead.
When I met Goldsy, I gave him the biggest hug. I'm giving this mountain a little bit.
That seems, yeah, I can work with it for sure. What was the aircraft type?
The minimum vectoring altitude through here, I think, is 6,000. Is that accurate? Maybe. I feel like I was told that at some point, Goldsy. I don't know if that's true or not. Copy the risk. The only reason why I wouldn't key up and ask right now is because I'm already at the altitude that I'm going to be stopping at.
Proceed direct to the airport, advising you have to feel the same.
No one's yelled at me yet.
Number 171 Golf, connect point to go approach on 124.7. Number 123 Mike Sierra, go direct flap, join the departure.
To hear that silky smooth voice for real, dude, it was magical.
Flap, Sierra Lima Alpha Papa on the departure.
No, I know they only applied IFR aircrafts below, but for like if I'm going through what's essentially like a little corridor right here. And again, if I tell them that I'm going up to 5,500 and they have no problem and don't say anything, it doesn't impact me at all. But knowing that I'm going to be at least 500 feet below anything that they're vectoring in on an approach, it's still pretty close, but not important to what I'm doing. I was just curious if that information that I remember was accurate. very likely not. Okay, so now that we're kind of
55 Juliet, Roger, thanks. Connect tower now,
clear of the
119.7.
mountain, we can go a little bit more direct. Super cool little airport, though. Bill got to experience the torture of meeting me. Let's see if let's see. I might be able to figure out a way to get that picture up. It was a momentous occasion. It was freaking awesome. Goldsy and Marcus on the same trip. It was weird.
153 Mike Sierra, connect LA Center on 133.2.
There we go. Alright, let me send this to my iPad real quick. You can see the contention
164 Yankee
between
SoCal
the two of
departure,
us.
radar contact. Clitterec
It's
Elbow,
very-
join the departure, climb and maintain 5,000.
The tension is palpable.
For 204 Lima Echo, connect approach 135.4.
35-4 Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. See ya. Julia.
153 Mike Sierra LA Center,
Yes,
climb and
you may.
maintain flight level 250.
Yeah. You went for a run. And life literally gave you lemons. Did you find a lemon tree? There was just a box of lemons? Look at this. Julia just... This is what happens when you live in Orange County, I guess. There's just citrus everywhere. Look at that. How is... Why is that chroma keyed out? That looks terrible. Why is it chromed out? I don't know. That's weird. Some ugly ass lemons. Alright, you ready? Here we go. SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo 5,500.
For Lima Echo, SoCal approach, the Ontario altimeter 2990.
2990 Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. He looks so Canadian. Oh, we're loving it. We are loving it. That was super fun. I'm skinnier in person. Well, that was also 2 years ago, too. Oh my god, that was 2 years ago. Not quite, but close enough. Oh my god. Holy crap. I like to think that I, like, bulked up a little bit since then, but maybe not. I did, yes. Yep, we checked in. We checked in with 35-4 at basically the same. That is one of the frequencies that PilotEdge nails on the real life handoff. That is like right where they usually do it. 2305. Okay, pattern altitude is 2574. Elevation is 1574. We're probably going to
Southwest
be
2587 LE
entering we're going to cross over the field, enter a right downwind for 26. We got a 3 knot. Okay, so 26 is the correct one. Yep, there's right traffic for 26. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna try to make sure to hit that pattern altitude, because they have opposite direction patterns for helicopters, so I don't want to run into any helicopter. This little, like these mountains right there, I mean not mountains, these little hills right there, I'm going to be on just to the left of those, and that will take me almost directly to Redlands. This is goodish weather. My first nav cross country was done with broken 3500. Yeah, this is was a little bit windy.
No problem, just let me know when you're back.
I don't know if it's really replicated.
1718 Golf.
It doesn't look that great outside.
0.55.
It's beautiful outside. I take that back. It looks awesome outside. It was good-ish when I left work. It's beautiful now. Yeah, this makes it not so great for SoCal. Whatever the hell these things are.
1718 Golf, Santa Barbara approach, the altimeter 2992.
We didn't cover that as part of the training, so region specific. The white stuff, we don't know about those. Yeah, it's been total crap for like 2 weeks now, probably. But don't you guys get like a month in June, July in SoCal when it's foggy every day? Yeah, the June gloom is really lame. And that's morning marine layer. Yeah. Yeah, below, it's supposed to rain here tomorrow as well, and it rained yesterday. So you're probably getting what we got yesterday, tomorrow, and... or maybe not. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to rain here tomorrow, so maybe you're getting what we're supposed to get later in the day or something. I don't know. Well, I will say that it looks better with the retract. Looks better with that gear sucked up in its belly, and the wheel pants would probably help as well. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I think it looks glorious. Oh crap. Since when did this little thing have cowl flaps? How far out are we? Not too far, about 15. About 15. We're almost ready to start descending. That looks roughly like where the airport is, that kind of flat gray patch area. That is
Mike Sierra, contact Joshua,
San Bernardino, and we're right up against San Bernardino. So yeah, I think that's the airport right there. Yep. Airport is in sight
1718 Golf at 5,
with super zoom.
Airport in sight. Like I'll hurt you.
Oh. A lot of them do. Which one doesn't? There was one That
123 Mike Sierra, Joshua
doesn't
approach,
have
good evening,
cowl
Palmville,
flaps.
altimeter 2987.
That is a high performance one that I saw recently. Oh man, it's gonna bug the shit out of me now if I don't. I watched a video on it. Let's go vertical speed. Let's go down. Oh man, what? It was like a high performance constant speed, and it did not have cowl flaps. And it was notable because they were talking about it running cool. I feel like Paul Bertorelli was involved for some reason. Oh, I remember now. It was Paul Bertorelli. It was the Mooney Acclaim. No, it wasn't Cirrus. It was the Mooney Acclaim Ovation something or other. Mooney Acclaim. It was like their. Yeah, check this out. I don't know if this is gonna work, but yeah, this is gonna be this is not gonna work at all. But you see right where the exhaust is, you can see that it's just a solid piece right there. Yeah. Wow. Many of the RVs don't have cowl flaps. Oh, Lewis, did you find a better picture of it? Yeah, there you go. That's a better picture. Yeah, so that thing doesn't have cowl flaps, and they were talking about how cool the engine runs. Old 177s don't. Yeah, so this must be kind of middle of the road one. SoCal approach. What are we? Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. We've got Redlands inside.
204 Lima Echo. Roger. For 204 Lima Echo, radar service is terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawking VFR, frequency change approved. Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. We'll see you later.
Roger. 164 Yankee connects SoCal approach 135.4.
1305. Okay. Redlands traffic. Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. 10 miles to the southwest, crossing over midfield, right downwind, 26 Redlands. Well, Bonanzas have so many like tiny little variations between them. There may be some early 33s that don't have them, maybe. Possible. Sea Junk just flew over your house. Nice, dude. Is that you right there? Or do you have a pool? Is that you right there? Man, cutting down the world objects flattens the crap out of this place, but it's definitely moving a lot better. Alright, we're gonna get all that crap turned off. We're gonna leave. Make sure the yaw damper is off. Yeah, the one with the pool. That's it. Airport cafes are one of my favorite things on this planet, and it's been so much fun to, well, and Julia loves it as well. She's awesome. We've driven to so many airports and like eaten at the restaurant. It's hilarious when I think about like how many we actually have. This is a real quick aside. Exiting off the 210 right here, this is one of the worst roads I've ever been on. It was one gigantic freaking pothole. Holy crap. But the number of airports that we've driven to and eaten at is pretty funny, actually. It's gonna be very weird and fun to actually fly to some of these. It's pretty funny. You have no airport cafes in Australia? Dude, that sucks. And I know, if you get snow and crappy weather, you know, like Minnesota jokes that there are 2 seasons, winter and road construction. So I know. We're very lucky. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, approaching the departure end of 26, crossing over right downwind 26, Redlands. Yeah, when we went to Big Bear, it was closed, so I unfortunately did not get to eat there. I saw it, which doesn't really help any, but the lights coming on, and let's see how similar this is to the real deal. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, entering right downwind 26, full stop, Redlands. Man, we saw some interesting patterns here. And speaking of Big Bear, it is just right up there. Okay, there is a beam. Alright, it's been a while since I landed this thing. Let's see how crappy this is going to be. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, right base 26, Redlands.
$500.
See how draggy this thing gets with full flaps. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, final 26, Redlands. Accidentally hit the throttle up. Let's get the flaps coming out. It's a pretty long runway. I'm going to need a little slip here. That little accidental squirt of power did not help. It's okay. Ooh. I don't think I liked that landing.
Pull up. Pull up.
Uh-oh. Is that live aviation butter? Live aviation butter, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, taxi back 26, Redlands. I think that may have been on the nose gear, which is not good. 240 per gallon, nice. Filled up for 179 today. Jeez, dude, that's crazy. All right, scenery-wise, this is pretty much what you get. just some hangars off the airport. And they don't really have too many buildings on the other side of the airport. So hangar 24 is right there. So that's the only building that they have drawn right there. I think. Yep, that's it. I don't know why that thing is blinking and giving us all seizures. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. That is cool. The flickering is, I don't know. It usually happens when there's clouds, and it's super annoying. Golds, you have a 28-gallon tank? Good lord. You drive a freaking tank? None of my vehicles have more than 12. The ink ink ounce, is that
approaching runway 26.
Aviation butter, I've got an i5 6700K overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz and a 1066 gig, so nothing crazy. But it usually happens whenever there's cloud cover. Whoa. Between like the clouds and the sun. You can see it's like emanating from the clouds. You can see like you got some. Yeah, the minute that you have the sun behind the clouds, it starts to act up. So if we want to move the sun over here, morning time, we should be all right. Basically the same. It's a super solid setup to have. Even still. I mean, it's just now, and I do some rendering and stuff, so I kind of could probably use a little bit more power, but everything's relative. The heating is really fine, man. And I had it at 4.7, but when we moved, and that was up in Washington, and the room that the computer's in was always freezing. Not so much anymore, so I pulled it back to 4.6, probably unnecessarily. You need to stop visiting airport restaurants and spend more money on computer parts. I had a brick, dude. It's so hard, man. The graphics when you go to the actual airport in real life are unbelievable. Yeah, so is mine below. Yeah, I've got the Evo 212 or 212 Evo, which is more than enough. You don't need anything more than that, honestly, unless you're trying to break any records. Yeah, it's the water cooled. The AIO stuff is nice in some circumstances, and different ships have different cooling abilities. It depends. If you delit it and re-thermal paste it, it's definitely not an issue. But most chips do not need anything more than a good air cooler. Again, unless it's like a chip that's known to run really hot, or if you're trying to like push it even further than what you're already doing. Overclocking costs you $1,000. Well, how much did you overclock? What's up, homie? Yeah, below minimums. It's really not bad, man. It depends on what air cooler you have. It's probably fine in how your thermal paste was applied, but yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Unless you're really going crazy. If you're pushing it a lot, That's one thing, but it just depends. Mini ITX case. Yeah, that's a little bit. My pace was done pretty well. I had Super Computer Geek help me build it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, 5 gigahertz is like a pretty, except for like the newest stuff where they've really been pushing the clock speeds. 5 gigahertz is getting up there for sure. 270 is our departure frequency. 270. I definitely like the trajectory that my career is on right now, but there are times when I do miss working at Newegg. It was fun talking about PC hardware all of the time. Let's go out at 6. We can go at 6,500. That's fine. So sitting here watching the stream, my CPU is at 30C. Yeah, that's fine. Did you get the OC Health Department order? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did, Kythrick. Super cool. Redlands traffic. Cardinal 204 Lima Echo departing 26. Here, all right. Here's an issue. Notice anything about that airspace? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately turn a right crosswind, and let's see if we can get up over this in time to make that turn from these mountains in contact approach. What I don't want to do is climb into the arrivals of Ontario, I think. But yeah, so I think we're going to do right crosswind. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, right crosswind departure, runway 26, Redlands. Yeah, I guess I got a 2-week vacation. Yeah, dude, it's freaking crazy, man. Let's see. Yeah, dude, it's really quick. I forgot about that for the departure. Okay, so we're
approaching runway 26. Entered runway 26. 4,400 feet remaining.
65, right. I'll leave 4 flight up for right now, just while we navigate this kind of goofy airspace. All right, default Redlands scenery. Nothing super spectacular, but good job overall. And this is one of those actually be at VY scenarios where you need to get as much altitude as possible. And there was some road that kind of denoted your crosswind. Yeah, I think we're right here. Yeah, right at that quarry. That's where they want you to fly over. And that looked like it worked out nice. Redlands traffic, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo departing to the northwest, last call, Redlands.
Number 5157 to San Luis Tower, what's your direction of flight? The 572 left departure, runway 29, and good for takeoff.
SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo 3000, climbing 6,500. Like flight following to Burbank, please. 3200. We should
204 Lima Echo, SoCal departure, squawk 7313, maintain VFR.
7313 Cardinal 4 Lima Echo. 7313. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're clear of
24 Romeo Charlie LA,
the
clear and
Delta.
standby.
We're on with SoCal. And now we can head west. 50 goes west.
4 Lima Echo's ready to contact 3.5 miles northeast San Bernardino Airport, San Bernardino, altimeter is 2989er. Just say the destination airport again.
All right, 2989er will be heading to Burbank at 6,500 Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
4 Lima Echo. The 52 Gulf Romeo LA, tower runway 25 left, good for takeoff. The 24 Romeo Charlie LA.
Goldsy, Goldsy, thanks, man. It's always an absolute delight hearing your voice on the radio.
Cross the departure at the shoreline, main VFR edible at 2,500.
It is a delight.
I don't call you names.
Las Vegas departure, Southwest 4176, request.
You bastard, that was going to be money!
That has turned into Brad's chat check-in, so now every time I hear that,
24 Romeo Charlie,
immediately think Brad has entered. It is the Iowa Scotsman Birds and Ernie Watch the Birdie check-in.
4 Romeo Charlie, read back correct.
That's ridiculous.
Southwest 4176, Cardinal Center 133.2. Okay, okay, LA Center 133.2, Southwest 4176.
Golds, you got timed out.
Holy S, dude.
There 64 Yankee fighting 28 to join the runway 29 right localizer.
I love that too, below minimums, because I remember when I said that, and it reminds me of that moment, which was unbelievable. All right, Goldsy, have a good night. Tell Crystal and the cutest pup in the world that we say hi. Starting to not like this visibility. Goldsy is a mod and he gets timed out. My sword has no power. Rocky the Hound, there is no Twitch in Wisconsin? What does that even mean? I am leaving the stream since I'm moving to Wisconsin.
64 Yankee is 9 miles, feet to center, maintain 2,000 until
How's that possible?
Now that's runway 29 right approach.
This is maintain 2,000, clear to Dallas approach.
See, is the sun going to help us in any way? Probably not.
November 3 Mike Sierra Swig at maintain 10,000 Las Vegas altimeter 2981.
Maintain 10,000 altimeter 2981 123 Mike Sierra.
3 Mike Sierra Bronco confirm it's Wig at maintain 10,000.
Maintain 10,000.
What's up, Ryan?
3 Mike Sierra. It's Wig, cross Wig at maintain 10,000.
Roger, sir. Cross Wig at 10,000. 123 Mike Sierra.
What just happened there?
Okay, clear above that. You go for a departure. Two 4 Romeo Charlie. On the ground order 25 taxi Alpha.
Sucks.
The 24 Romeo Charlie, not up to frequency. Taking left at the shoreline, they're going to be immediately out of the Bravo.
Any chance of an LAX VFR, special VFR transition?
The 2 Golf Romeo, say again?
Yeah. Yeah, we could do a transition. I legit love the stream. Well, Rocky the Hound, I appreciate that, dude. The one that is on 22.5.
With a lot of feedback in the background.
It's 28.55. Right overhead is the frequencies. Squawking 1201 and the frequency is 28.55. I think we're in technically VFR territory, but not super friendly. Yeah, what the hell?
There's some Bravo makes left, close traffic, report mid fidelity. Get 2 aircraft same time, November 0 Sierra Papa, contact SoCal approach 135.4. 135.40 Sierra Papa.
SoCal approach, Skyhawk 610 Sierra Papa, 4,500 as Avis Golf at Ontario.
Once again, 2 aircraft at the same time, number 610 Sierra Papa.
Aviation 101 films did an SFRA transition. Yeah, I didn't see the video yet, but I saw that he posted that.
Okay, who's the other aircraft?
Saw it on a video recently. One of the guys I watch took a trip out there and showed that transition.
The 353 9 West Quebec River ground runway 21 taxi via Charlie.
It's pretty cool. And all he could say was, here I am over LAX, not talking ATC, and this just feels so illegal. Yeah, that was definitely It's weird. It is definitely weird the first time you do it. Even on PilotEdge, it's weird. But in real life, it's very, very strange. I love it. It's awesome, but it is very weird.
2 aircraft at the same time again. Aircraft with the radar checks loud and clear. Other aircraft is unheard.
So the TBM at John Wayne, I'm getting 40C. Think that's cool enough to overclock? I would say so. Yeah. I would actually say definitely. Yeah. As soon as you get to 90C below minimums, that's when trouble starts happening. So if you're pushing it, well, I mean, sitting there is not pushing it, but you'll want to see what the maximum is, and I would try using something like
enter right runway 24 feet land.
Is it Blender? I mean, that's the way to do it.
73 Bravo Juliet Fox Tower, enter right down runway 24 feet land.
Blender is the one that I used. I would actually, if you're going to do it, use...
8 Bravo Juliet, enter right down with the runway 24 feet land.
BMW test, I think is what it is.
This is number 5 Bravo, runway 29, cleared for the option.
Yeah.
164 Yankee Torrent, runway 29, right clear to land.
I think it's Blender.
The 2 Golf Romeo, back to SoCal approach 134.2.
134.2,
No, it is Cinebench.
4176, right?
Cinebench is what you want. Yeah, so download Cinebench.
The 24 Romeo Charlie
And
LA
then
Tower,
keep
runway 25 left for takeoff.
keep overclocking it until it crashes. And that's the way you do it. Is just keep going until it crashes.
We're heading down 123 Mike Sierra.
I'm cool with that weather refresh. I really have to go to the bathroom right now, but I'm gonna hold it. We're gonna wait.
The 352 Dana West, giving cloud to directional flight.
I did not practice proper tactical dehydration.
3 Mike Sierra, contact LA Center 134.65.
Below minimums, I don't know. I would say
3 Mike Sierra negative.
I used Unigen Heaven for my GPU overclocking and Cinebench for the CPU clocking. It's an actual program that you download. I would trust that before a website.
123 Mike Sierra, that call was for you.
But it's an actual like program that you run the stress test on. So my recommendation would be download Cinebench and stress test it. Whoops, so to download, okay. Yeah.
The flight to go from is SoCal approach, the Van Nuys altimeter 2990 with information Foxtrot.
Copy, we'll have up flight to go from it.
This is so funny. I love this.
Southwest 4176, Conley Center 126.35.
Yeah, if Cinebench do they not have their own website? Yeah, with the wheel pants on, it looks good. I think it looks. Well, I mean, it doesn't look bad without the wheel pants, but it has the wheel pants are kind of the same. Have the same shape almost as
2176 with LA Center. Hello.
As the plane.
Did you use the other aircraft? November 907, Bravo runway 29, clear for the option.
Let me see if I can see. Yeah, tech. Did you see the was the tech spot? Yeah, I think the tech spot one is good. Yeah, I think it'd be fun with that one. I had fun overclocking. It is it's a little it's not without its risk. Copy the risk, but it's pretty satisfying when you get it dialed in, and it won't take you long for you to realize like what is dialed in and what's not, and once you actually are able to identify it yourself, it's pretty cool.
There are 3 mics here. You need to be on 134.65. 123 mic, 134.65.
Oh, did I already put the ATIS in there? No. 345, I did.
In departing runway 815. Visual approaches in use. Land and hold short operations in effect for non-turbojet aircraft landing runway 15.
122 mic CLE Center, Vegas altimeter 2981.
Launchers contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and in-flight following is requested.
45 X-ray here said it's ground to have 3 transfer maps, and you should be more specific with your request for taxi as far as your location.
Fuck, couldn't hear what it said.
Burbank, Glendale, Pasadena Airport. ATIS information Delta. 0153 Zulu.
Delta, and we're gonna expect runway 15 with landing and holding
5 X-ray
short
here, runway 29 taxi via Alpha.
How about that visual approach? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Now 164 Yankee. Taxi to the ramp via Charlie and Alpha. Cross runway 29 left on Charlie. This frequency.
What the hell is that, Zodius? Oh my god. What's the pattern? Altitude?
Yeah, 6100 Bob is coming up on a 6 mile straight in for 26 left.
Bracket. Excellent airport cafe.
24 Romeo Charlie, launch tower on our left base to runway 30, clear to land.
There is my college right there.
2992.
It's my old campus. That is where Julia used to work.
But you got from your kind of tower 119.3.
And we met
1193
right in that building, where that building is, right there. Right there.
SoCal 6100 Pop is 5 mile final for 26 left.
That's where it all began. Used to insist on Goldsy giving you the 4 stacks visual.
Where you're on the final to?
Ontario, 26 left.
The 005, Mechanic Tower 120.6.
120.6, the 607.
The 6100 Ontario Tower, runway 26 left, clear to land, 2507. And 52 Golf Romeo, Van Nuys Tower, enter red base to runway 16 right, clear to land. The 75 Bravo, runway 29 clear for the option. The 45 X-ray here, San Luis Tower, see direction of flight. The 45 X-ray here, San Luis Tower, make left close traffic, warp foot down on each pass, runway 29 clear for takeoff, no delay.
Approach 997 Whiskey has information hotel for Santa Monica.
Okay, man, I'm ready for a back.
SoCal approach with 4.2.
Frequency again?
134.2.
Code to 134.2 for 97 Whiskey.
7 Whiskey, 7 Lincoln 134, it's 134, 34.2.
34.2.
Delta stationary 9397 Whiskey with you at 6,000.
November 9397 Whiskey, SoCal approach, roger. I'm on the altimeter 29991.
It's pretty ugly, Ryan. The hell?
3 back 0, radar contact lost.
That's funny. That seems very, very strange. Okay, so knowing X-plane, those clouds are going to not become a factor until they immediately become a factor. So let's start in
Number 15, Sierra contact LA Center 14.85, good day.
SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. We're going to start our VFR descent. We've got information Delta at Burbank.
4 Lima Echo, roger. SoCal approach now 134.2, good day.
34-2, see ya. Cardinal 4 Lima Echo. Engine failure. 34.
And we'll be requesting RNAV runway 21.
Let's do your Papa Taxi on via Sierra, this frequency. Then 397 Whiskey, cross darts at or above 4,300, clear the RNAV runway 21 approach.
Darts at or above 4,000, clear for RNAV 21.
Keep cranking it below minimums. SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, descending through 5,900, information Delta at Burbank.
November 975, taxi for parking via Alpha. Number 97 Whiskey, get your read back. It's darts at or above 4,300, 4,300.
At or above 4,300 for darts for 97 Whiskey.
The 204 Lima Echo, so control the Burbank altimeter 290, information Delta.
290, we've got information Delta 204 Lima Echo. Do you have to restart the computer? Yeah. You usually do.
Sierra lost your connection.
Yeah, you boot up, you overclock it, you restart it, you do the test.
Before Romeo Charlie, which BUR are you going to?
You restart it, boot up into the BIOS, overclock it, restart it. So it takes a while.
At this frequency.
It definitely takes a while.
The 3 Mike Sears ready to contact 37 miles south of Las Vegas. Air contact Las Vegas approach 118.4.
Well, thank you, below minimums. We're gonna be, it's gonna be behind this mountain, so we're not gonna see it for a little bit.
The 4 Lima Echo traffic is just about to clock at 3 miles. Altitude indicates 5,400 and descending. Type is a Cessna 207.
Oh, we got traffic.
Las Vegas approach, November 123 Max here at 10,000.
We have traffic on Victor 597.
The 3 Mike, correction 153 Mike Sierra Center, hello?
Yeah, each core has its own temperature.
Now just about 10 o'clock, 2.5 miles now, same direction of flight altitude indicates
5,100
and
watching
descending.
individual core temps.
Cessna 206.
But obviously if one's peaking more so than the others, it's usually a sign of something. There's the Rose Bowl.
November 4 Lima Echo, so
SoCal approach, Cardinal 4 Lima Echo.
The 4 Lima Echo traffic is 10 o'clock, 2.5 miles, same direction of flight. Altitude indicates 4,800, type Cessna 206.
We've got that traffic in sight, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
Southwest 4176, contact SoCal approach 13237.
It looks like it's going the opposite direction, but I'm not like passing it. We might be going faster. That
approach 123 Mike Sierra at
that might be
10,000.
why.
123 Mike Sierra, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 2981, depart Creso, heading 350.
Heading 350, 123 Mike Sierra.
SoCal approach Southwest 4176 descending through actually 12,000 with Papa.
Southwest 21D6, SoCal approach, altimeter 2992, cleared ILS, running 5, left approach.
Okay, clear for 2992. Can I get 24 right to LAX, please?
I'm not sure that's him.
Southwest 2176 again.
Can I get ILS runway 24 right?
Southwest 2176, clear ILS, running 24 right approach.
Okay, clear for the ILS 24 right approach, Southwest 4176. Thanks.
Number 4 Lima Echo, contact to Burbank Tower 118.7, good day.
18.7 Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. See ya.
And who's the aircraft piloting for San Luis Tower?
Yeah, St. Louis Tower, Skyhawk 57 Zulu is 6 miles to the south, currently close to 3,500, inbound for landing with Victor.
Was that November 557 Zulu?
November 5157 Zulu.
5157 Zulu, St. Louis, sir. Thank you. Enter straight in runway 29, clear to land.
Okay, clear to land 2957 Zulu.
Burbank Tower, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, 8 miles to the southeast. Information Delta, full stop.
Tower 204 Lima Echo, Burbank Tower, enter right downwind to runway 8, to report midfield.
Right downwind for runway 8, report midfield, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. Okay, so we should still have that guy in sight. Burbank Tower, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. Is runway 15 available?
Before Lima Echo, for you it is. Would you like runway 15?
I would love runway 15, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
For Lima Echo, not a problem. Enter left down to runway 15, report midfield.
Okay, left downwind 15, call you midfield, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
There are 3 Mike Street, last instruction
So I
gave you?
think that
1, 2, 3 Mike, did you get the last instruction?
15 is the GA, you know,
Affirmative.
the
Did you
light
get the
piston
last
single
instruction I just gave you?
runway with lasso.
I can see that. Instructions ready. Depart Creso, heading 350.
Don't see anybody coming in. Dude, come on, good lord. So nobody's on-
Yeah, the instructions ready. So,
for
rather to
8.
depart Creso, heading at 350.
Let's go check out Millionaire. We went to Burbank after we went to the convenience store that
Stanley
Superbad was
November
filming.
916, Sierra Tango at the
That
east
was
hangar with
hilarious.
information Victor. Requesting taxi for takeoff, touch and go. And could this be for the Cat 3?
The 3 Mike Sierra, 040.
Alright, let's not plant the nose gear this time. Let's actually use some trim. Okay. We're not midfield, but I usually, if I can, sneak it in early. See if I should have done it.
We are very nice and leaving for today. Thank you for your service. Good night.
Burbank Tower, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, midfield, left downwind, runway 15.
Before Lima Echo, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land 15, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
November 97 Whiskey, traffic is 10 o'clock, 1.5 miles. Traveling westbound, altitude indicates 1,200, type unknown, altitude unverified.
Okay, that's mixtures full.
So the
props are full.
176 contact SoCal, I'm in the 280.5.
Fuels on both. Cowl flaps open. Flaps
500.
10 are in.
San Luis Ground, November 916 Sierra Tango with the east hangar with information Victor. Request taxi with takeoff, touch and go. Could this be for the Cat 3?
I think I overshot that. That's
Short
not
final runway 15.
too bad.
So it's 4176 looking approach. I'm sorry, too much traffic going on right now. Runway 24 right. Continue. 9916 Sierra Tango San Luis Ground, runway 29 taxi Alpha for the Cat 3.
Runway 29 taxi Alpha. 6 Sierra Tango.
997 Whiskey, did you get that traffic?
See if they have Millionaire here. Get off that.
997 Whiskey, thanks, connect Santa Monica Tower.
Bravo 3.
Santa Monica Tower, stationary 9397 Whiskey, RNAV 21.
November 9er,
taxi on the runway and look at
Santa Monica Tower, runway
the
21,
taxi diagram is probably not good.
Clear to land, 97 Whiskey.
November 3, Mike 0 to 17, 8000, and expect visual approach runway 9 right to the Las Vegas altimeter is 2981. Verify you have a uniform.
Coming off. Scooby, thank you. You as well. Oh my God.
The 3 Mike 0, there was no
Burbank,
heading.
Burbank is
given,
much
so don't
better
change
than
your
LAX. Okay, let's see how close they've got Millionaire here.
Now 123 Mike 0 is because there was no heading given. Instead of maintain 8000, expect visual approach run 19 right. Verify you have information uniform. So 123 Mike 0, roger. Verify when you do have uniform, please. November 15, Mike 0, contact Salt Lake City Center 125.5.
Brick Rhymes, X-Plane 11, PilotEdge. Those are your best bets for getting started. Burbank Tower, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, clear of 15 at Bravo 3, taxi Millionaire.
So 4 Lima Echo taxi to Millionaire via Bravo, monitor ground 123.9er. Good night.
Bravo to Millionaire, monitoring ground, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, thanks. Yeah, I mean, get started with just
clear runway 29er.
with just X-Plane, and then
we can do it later.
You know, you can add from there, but X-Plane is the best bet right now.
Taxi via Alpha.
29 via Alpha 572.
I don't know why this thing taxis so slow. Soft field taxi.
So the 4176 contact Los Angeles Tower 133.9.
So I'm just going to taxi and check out the scenery that they have here. This is the, so we're just going to cut the corner here.
Good evening, Los Angeles Tower, Southwest 4176.
Scenery. If you were just starting out, would you wait for the new Microsoft Flight Sim or spend money on X-Plane?
Southwest 4186 Los Angeles Tower, runway 24 right, clear to land 5008.
I mean, the problem is it just depends on
24 right,
your disposable income and how badly you want to start right away. You could you can start immediately if you get X-Plane right now. And it's going to be great, and who knows when the new the Microsoft Flight Simulator is actually going to come out. So that would be more of a question that you'd have to ask yourself.
San Luis Tower, number 916 Tango, is holding short hold 829.
If you can be patient,
November 916 Tango.
you know, it might be worth waiting a little bit. Oh, this is exactly.
Requesting takeoff, remaining in the pattern.
It's exactly Millionaire. That's
60 Tango, right. Make sure you do get that with the initial count of the tower. Left close traffic report. Fill down each pass. Runway 9 are cleared for takeoff.
Runway 29.
You plan on spending about $700? If you plan on spending $700, what's $60 right now?
7 West View taxi to parking via Bravo.
You know, learn aviation a little bit more, and then when Microsoft flights, you know, just fly the default planes in X-Plane, and have fun now, and don't worry about, you know, when the next one's coming. That would be my suggestion. What are the clouds doing? I feel like it's
123 makes sure there were no instructions
moved
given for you.
The sky's clear. Okay, so that's a lie. Sky's clear there as well.
3 makes here turn left heading of 340. Las Vegas Airport's going to be 12 o'clock at 5 miles report and sign.
Okay, clearance and delivery is 18. 18-0.
St. Louis Tower, Skyhawk 51572 is holding short of runway 29er, ready for takeoff, remaining in the pattern.
Thanks for reminding me, Ryan. God damn. That's pretty funny.
51572 St. Louis Tower.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Okay.
Holding short at runway 29er, 572.
I would have gotten my clearance, and I would have taxied and been halfway over Santa Monica and just had to pee so bad.
November 3 Mike here to maintain 5,000 field. It is now just 11 due to 12 o'clock, less than 5 miles.
Thank you. Okay, I was looking at a bundle with honeycomb yoke, Logitech rudders, throttle quadrant. It was like 470. Yeah, dude. If you get that stuff right now, you get X-Plane for $60. Play around with it, get used to controlling an airplane, and I mean all that stuff will be the same.
San Luis Tower 60 Tango crossing midfield for the option.
You know, you won't. That's just if you're in any way impatient.
Runway 29 clear for the option 60 Tango.
No, pass 7 runway 29 clear for takeoff reported. Correction to make left close traffic report mid for downwind each pass.
Okay, clear for takeoff runway 29 report left downwind each pass 570.
Burbank clearance, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, information Delta. I would like flight following to John Wayne via the special flight rules transition 4,500. Make that 3,500 for Lima Echo. East. Going east.
The 204 Lima Echo, Burbank clearance. After departure, proceed on course southeastbound. Maintain VFR below 2,500 until advised. Departure frequencies 134.26521.
On departure, we'll proceed on course southwest at or below 2,500, 134.2, squawking 6521, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
Before Lima Echo, read back correct. LAX Tower, Southwest
Later,
4176, clear on Zulu, going to
2500.
gate 16.
2500.
So 2176 cross 24 left on Zulu, taxi Zulu, Echo, mine underground. Once clear, runway 4 left.
Okay, we'll cross 24 left on Zulu, left on Echo, contact ground. Southwest 4176, thanks, sir.
23.9. This is exactly not how to brief a Bravo transition. 23.9, tower is 18.7. Okay, let's see where he's going to have us go. Burbank ground, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, information Delta at Millionaire Taxi.
Number 204 Lima Echo, Burbank ground, runway 15, taxi via Bravo.
15 via Bravo, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. It's easy enough. We'll go down to Bravo.
San Luis ground, Diamond 738 Bravo Juliet at the GA West hangars, right for taxi with Victor.
And San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 57 Zulus, midfield, left downwind, 29er.
57 Zulu, we're up 29er, clear for the
Yeah,
option.
they definitely nailed this FBO
Clear for the option,
area
29er,
at Burbank. That's awesome.
73 Bravo Juliet, Lewis ground, runway 29er. Are you able to runway 29er and should departure at Echo?
So that's going to be 29er on Echo, you said, for Bravo Juliet?
Affirmative. Are you able to do that, or do you require full length?
Yeah, we're able to do that.
Bay Bravo Juliet, runway 29er at Echo, taxi via Juliet and Echo.
Okay, taxi runway 29er via Echo at Juliet Echo for 8 Bravo Juliet.
The 3 Mike Sierra, did you get field at all or no?
That's not an airport.
The 3 Mike Sierra, you can recall it back. Clear visual approach runway 19 right.
Los Angeles ground, Southwest 4176. Let's post a contact you. I'm at Echo 12, Echo.
Southwest 176, like ground negative, just to monitor.
That's what I thought. Thanks, Southwest 4176.
Alright, now I can actually focus on taxiing maybe in a straight line. Good lord. Not in a huge hurry, just started to do research on what people's opinions are, different controls as well. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that control setup. Honeycomb seems like it's phenomenal, so you're good there. Logitech are fine.
53 Echo Charlie,
quadrants
approach,
fine.
squawk 2052.
Yeah, all that sounds good. Just depends on whether you want to get that bundle tomorrow and be up and running right away, or wait. I mean, it could be at this rate. It could be next year for flight sim to come out.
San Luis Tower 60 Tango crossing midfield
And
for the
that
option.
is
60 Tango runway 29 clear for the option.
that is up to you.
29 clear for the option 60 Tango.
53 Echo Charlie is for contact 1.5 miles north of the Van Nuys VOR Van Nuys altimeter 2990. Report when you're ready for the coaster route. November 3 Mike Sierra, connect to Las Vegas Tower 118.75.
34.2 6521. We're going full frickin' length, man.
San Luis Tower, Diamond 738 Bravo Juliet. It's holding short of runway 29er at Echo. Ready for takeoff. Touch and goes.
The 73 Bravo Juliet, San Luis Tower, hold short runway 29er at Echo.
Hold short of 29er at Echo for 738 Bravo Juliet.
Don't tell me what to do.
Las Vegas Tower, 123 Mike Sierra at 3,800.
How about this? How about that?
123 Mike Sierra, Las Vegas. It's required when you call the tower to let them know what runway you are assigned.
Full runway 19 right,
That's
123 Mike
that's
Sierra.
an earthquake risk right there. This guy. What are his property values like?
123 Mike Sierra.
God. All right.
San Luis Tower, Skyhawk 51572 is midfield 29er.
34.2.
572, the runway 29er, cleared for the option.
Clear for the option 29er, 572.
Burbank Tower, Cardinal 204, Lima Echo, holding short 15.
The 204 Lima Echo, Burbank Tower, runway 15, good for takeoff, wind 190.05.
Clear for takeoff 15, Cardinal 204, Lima Echo. Lights.
The 572, the option cancel the option clearance, extend the downwind, follow your base.
Camera.
Okay, extend the downwind.
Action. Who did we get? Who is it? Brick Rhymes. Thanks, man. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard officially. You'll learn tons.
Approaching runway 15.
Hey, bird.
Entered runway 15. 6,600 feet remaining.
Dude, the double header. The follow subscription combo pack. Brick Rhymes, thank you so much for the follow and the subscription. Welcome.
The 73 Bravo Juliet, make close traffic, more minutes down, each cross runway 29er.
If Ryan would be so kind to type in exclamation point in Discord, or if Nightbot can read my mind, that will be a great resource for you in setting up everything.
The option 29er, 572.
And we're up. Check that out. Whoa.
The 5-3 Echo Charlie, you need to be established on the radial at the proper altitude in order to get the coastal route.
Thank you, Ryan. Of course, dude. Well, join the Discord. I haven't talked about that much at all, but the Discord is one of my favorite things ever.
For the coastal route, if it helps, should
partially
be
because how surprising it has been to me.
You shouldn't be descending through the Bravo. You should
how
be
much
at a lower
fun it is.
altitude ready.
They even got the little, whatever the hell you call that thing, a little stopper pad.
Negative,
cool.
the coastal step.
But yeah, that'll be a great resource for you if you're not familiar with Discord. It's kind of like a chat room, video, audio, text. I mean, it's a server like a chat room used to be in the 90s, with different little sub-servers, but we've got 330, I think, people on that Discord, and everything from commercial pilots, ATP, CFIIs, MEIs, CFIs, air traffic controllers, sim pilots, PC builders, and everybody in between in there. So if you have any questions, that is a great place to ask, whether it's about aviation or simulators in general.
12 o'clock. Report that traffic in sight.
Assuming you're a boomer. I'm not assuming that you're a boomer at all. I am assuming you're as clueless as I was, which was very. I didn't know. I had no idea what Discord was. So when it was, I mean, he, you know, Brick could be like, yeah, dude, I'm in 50 Discord servers and moderator in my own, and you know, or he could be like, what the hell is Discord? I have no idea. Because I had no idea. I used Captain Darkon's when we were both streaming. He had a Discord, and I would send people to his Discord as a way to hang out after I streamed. And so many people from my stream started going into his Discord. He just was like, dude, as much as I love you sending people to my Discord, you got to get your own, dude. And I was like, nah, man, I don't, like, no one's going to join that. That sounds stupid. Like, seems like, one, seems like a lot of work, and two, seems like something that nobody would ever want to do. And I'm glad he convinced me to do it, because it's been awesome. I am a computer junkie in my 40s and got a degree in electronic engineering in 99. Sweet, so you know exactly what I was talking about, chat rooms in the 90s. But of course you already know what Discord is. This is the flip side of that, but that's really funny.
123 Mike Sierra, clear 19 right at taxi point Sierra.
3 Mike Sierra, taxi to Rocket Sierra Hotel, this frequency.
Taxi through Sierra Hotel, send this frequency 123 Mike Sierra.
Did we get passed off? I don't remember hearing...
St. Louis Tower, Skyhawk, 51570, midfield 29er.
5157 to traffic, looks on about a 2-mile final, different site.
Traffic in sight, 570.
Yeah, I don't
The
think...
572 file traffic number 2, runway 29er, clear for the option.
Hey, following traffic number 2, clear for the option, 572.
Before Lima Echo, radar contact, SoCal departure, good flight.
SoCal departure, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, see ya. Like, my brain just stops. Like, what are we flying? What are we flying? Cardinal. Oh yeah, my bad. SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo 3500.
Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, SoCal departure, roger, the LA altimeter is 2999.
Cardinal 4 Lima Echo, thank you. The beauty of the special flight rules transition is you can be between the Pacific Ocean, which is the large body of water to the west of Los Angeles, and the godforsaken 405, which is the ribbon of pavement strung straight from Satan's asshole, laid across the SoCal LA basin. So keep it between those two things and you're friggin' awesome.
60, take a taxi to parking via Juliet. And that's fast for the Cat 3.
By hand. I don't think I ever got handed off from tower. Oh yeah, yours. Okay. Okay, let's get the. I'll keep the lights on since we're going to be in a hazardous environment. 28.55. SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. We've got Santa Monica in sight. We'd like to change frequencies for the special flight rules transition.
No, 4 Lima Echo, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. 4 Lima Echo, see ya. We got in the box 1201. Don't say in the box. Special flight rules transition, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo 3500 southbound over Sepulveda Pass, approaching Santa Monica. Special flight rules. How much was your PPL total? That is a good question, and I haven't really calculated it. I lucked out on a number of things, and I unlucked out on another number of things. So it probably was pretty typical, but no, I probably still came out pretty well. Can you just explain that controller convo you just had? I popped in trying to catch up to your flight. Yeah, what? Never added up. Yeah, H16. Which part? So I'm flying a transition that requires me to be on a CTAF frequency, which is a common traffic advisory frequency, and all that really means is just that it's one frequency for a particular area. In this case, sometimes it could be an airport, a specific airport, but in this case it's an area. And where is it? It's coastal route, special flight rules. Yeah. So this transition here requires me to be on a frequency of 128.55. So I was on with flight following, which just means that an approach controller, which is a guy looking at a screen in the middle of nowhere at my little blip, I told him that I no longer want to talk to him, and can I change frequencies? He knew ahead of time that I was doing this transition, so was anticipating that. And in the real world, they would have done that probably further back, released me for this transition potentially. But just because I was getting close, I requested to be handed off to, or I requested to change frequencies. So, yeah, in H16, you do need a clearance for Bravo transitions. Typically, this is one of the few exceptions, and this is just from reading the different transitions. These are all the Bravo transitions. So on each one of these, I would need a controller saying you are cleared into the LAX class Bravo. This one, you don't. This is no controller. You squawk 1201 and go on to the Unicom, or not Unicom, the CTAF. Special Flight Rules transition, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo.
Taxi on your merry way, and if I need you,
approaching
I will contact
Bologna
you.
Creek. Bologna Creek, 3,500 southbound. Special Flight Rules. And you just follow that plate, which you can find on the TAC chart if you're interested. So what's a transition by definition? By definition, it's just anything that's published, a published way of going through any particular airspace. And because it's published, it's got all of the particulars that you need to know: what altitude, what heading, what your lateral and vertical constraints are, any radio frequency you need to be on. Special Flight Rules transition, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo to 3,500 southbound over the north complex of LAX. Special Flight Rules. Special Flight Rules transition, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo approaching Imperial Highway 3,500 southbound on Special Flight Rules. And we're going to get the ATIS for John Wayne in here.
Information U-form 0253 Zulu.
Information U-form, we got it. Maybe don't do that in real life. You mentioned southbound in terms of the context. What are we heading? I will answer that. Those are all really good questions, H16, and I'm terrible at my altitudes right now. Special Flight Rules transition, Cardinal 3,500 southbound, approaching Hawthorne 405 interchange, departing to the south. Last call, special flight rules. Actually get up to altitude. SoCal approach, good evening. Cardinal 204 Lima Echo 3,500, about 5 miles south of LAX. Information uniform, we'd like flight following back to John Wayne, please.
For 204 Lima, go SoCal approach, just radar contact, squawk 4514.
4514, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. I said information uniform too soon as well. I should have said that.
3 Max here to pass on 5.
Okay. I need to just get this stupid thing on autopilot. Okay. You mentioned southbound in terms of this context. Where are we heading? So we're heading to John Wayne, going from Burbank to John Wayne, crossing over LAX.
VFR traffic
you can call up a Delta and ask for transitions to airspace at a given altitude.
Altitude indicates 3,500, known altitude unverified.
Yeah, Bravo transitions are different. Yeah, isn't it if you're flying at or above 3,000? Yeah, so the actual altitude is odds plus 500 going eastbound and evens plus 500 going westbound. In our case, we're going east, southeast,
353 down to Whiskey Tower, and right down to
particularly, and we're at 3,500. Now that 3,000 is AGL. So you can be in Denver at 7,500 feet, and you don't need to abide by the odds or evens because you're 3,000 AGL or within 3,000 AGL. This is a published transition because you're going through a Bravo airspace.
That's affirmative. Enter right traffic.
I'm sure there's exceptions in there somewhere, but basically Bravo airspace you're going to have, if you want to transition a Bravo airspace, you're going to need to be number one, cleared into that airspace, and potentially number two, follow some sort of published transition potentially. Like SeaTac has some published transitions that are on the TAC chart. You can look at the TAC chart for LAX. For the Los Angeles area, and you can see the published transitions there, and you just basically follow, read as closely as you can.
Direction of flight, please.
So when you're coming up to an airport and you're coming up from the south, you tell the airport coming up from the... Oh, so when you're coming up the airport... and you're coming up from the south, you tell the airport coming up from the south. Yeah, so you just say, airport, we're 10 miles to the south. We'd like to transition your airspace. If it's a Delta or, if it's a Delta airspace, for sure. Yeah, Starflies, that's what we just did, was the special flight rules transition over LAX. But we were just talking about transitioning airspace in general. To the south. Yeah, we're to the south.
Mary Bravo Juliet, we're right 29 clear to land.
But you'd want to be as specific as possible if there's a GPS or, a VFR waypoint that you can point to. So for example, on the TAC chart, you can say, we're over the Queen Mary
Destination ATIS is 1.
You know, let them know, or you know, we're over the river, we're approaching over the lake, or something like that. They usually will have some sort of waypoint that you can use. Did I know? No. Yeah, I've done like 4 no, maybe not that many. On stream, I've done the special flight rules transition 1,000,000 times. I think I have probably 4 actual videos doing it. I still don't understand the point of using 2 VORs. My instructor says it creates a point. Yeah, here's an example. We're actually in the perfect spot to show you this. So LAX is 13.6. So 113.6. That's in the VOR 1. Actually, I don't think I have. Yep. So we're gonna go. So right there. And I have 2. We're gonna put 4.
39 Whiskey runway 3, correction 26, break for land.
Nav is 11.4. And that is 2. I don't think actually, is this going to be... Yeah, so we can only use 1. So here, so we've got the radial, the 1-2 radial on LAX, 120 radial. So if I draw a line, you can see 120 is, there's 123. So 120 is right there. So there's that radial. And then you've got 111.4. This is really quick and dirty. This is probably not a good example of how to do this. And this is the Catalina VOR, and that is the 190-ish 020 radial. So there's a 020 radial right there, and where those 2 intersect is where you are. And that's just using 1 VOR to do both of them, and that gets you, you know, if you don't know where you are, you can triangulate the two positions from there. They're all they're all from, actually. They're all from. Yeah. Yeah, like what. What the point is, if you don't have, if the GPS fails, you know where you are. So it's a lost procedure if you don't have, your GPS falls out. Yeah. Cars on system. This is 4-flight. Got information uniform at John Wayne. Without charts, what do you do? Yeah, you gotta have charts. Or an iPad with
475, Quebec, San Luis, start, make straight to runway 29 to report a 5-mile final.
Electronic flight bag of your choice. Well, Ryan, that's what I said on my check ride. He goes, okay, if you lose GPS, how would you know where you are? I said I'd ask approach. I'd ask ATC where I was. Okay, let's say you can't reach them. You go, all right, I think I know what you're asking for. I'm gonna let me get you 2 radials.
39 Whiskey, cross runway 26 left to Charlie, taxi parking via Charlie and Golf.
Yeah, I use iPad Mini with a yoke mount. Yeah. Yeah, PilotEdge is just looking out the window going, oh hey, that looks like PCH. I kind of recognize that little cutout. Oh look, there I am. There's the oil fields. There's Huntington Beach Pier. I must be somewhere over here. I should probably descend a little bit. Yeah, dead reckoning is a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's just using, you know, you fly on heading 110 for 5 minutes, and then you should look down and see a lake. When you hit that lake, you turn heading, you know, 090. You fly that for 3 minutes, and you should see, you know, a river or something like that. Yeah, yeah, you have to. Yeah, if you're learning how to fly, you've got to do them all. SoCal approach, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. We've got John Wayne in sight with information uniform.
November 4 Lima Echo, thank you. Over flat, contact John Wayne Tower 11. Correction, make that 126, heading contact Tower 126.8.
26.8, 204 Lima Echo, we'll see you. John Wayne Tower, good evening. Cardinal 204 Lima Echo inbound with information uniform over Huntington Beach Pier.
204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower, enter right downwind, runway 0 right, clear to land.
Alright, enter a right downwind for 20 right, clear to land, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo. Junior Walker, what's happening? I am live. Oh yeah. All right, so we got to get down to 1,000 feet. We've got lights are on. Let's go. Mixture is in. I'm gonna leave the props there for a moment. We have been cleared.
Tower Experimental 6475 to Quebec's on 5 miles idle for 29.
Cow flaps are open.
Quebec runway 29, clear to land.
Clear to land 29, 6475 for Quebec.
Okay, we've got fuels on both. We got mixture in. We're gonna move the props in a minute. We've got all of our lights on. Mags on both. Masters are both on. We are ready to land. Can you just show us briefly on stream why you'd use two VORs? Well, I did. That's what I was showing when we were triangulating the two VORs. Okay, there is 1,000 feet, and we're going to turn downwind right over the 55.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk, November 54661, 10 miles to the north, inbound, information Charlie.
November 54661, Santa Maria Tower. And a right downwind to runway 30, report midfield. Thanks for Charlie.
Enter right downwind 30, report midfield, November 54661.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Burbank clearance, November 888 Golf Victor. I refer to Henderson, please.
Start base here.
Number 888 Golf Victor, make clearance on request.
500.
All right. Good. Cleared left. Clear to land. We're too slow. Back at beautiful John Wayne.
San Luis Towers, 776, all Tango, radio check.
Aircraft Canyon, talk, San Luis Stars, let us clear. Number 888 Victor, clear to the Henderson. Actually, stand by one.
Back at ACI. Sweet. John Wayne Tower, Cardinal 204 Lima Echo, clear of 20 right at a hotel straight into ACI West.
Before Lima Echo, taxi straight into ACI West, this frequency.
Straight in, staying with you, 204 Lima Echo, thanks.
Our 888 Golf, just go to the Burbank Airport, correction, go to the Henderson Airport, slap 1 departure. Mice in position, as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000, SoCal departure frequency 134.2, squawk 1653.
Gulfstream 8 Golf Victor.
Sounds pretty good.
One departure, Mice and that's about 4,000, 134.2, 1653, 8 Golf Victor.
8 Golf Victor, reback.
That was a fantastic flight.